speaking about artists that are making music, and one artist that has made segue and kind of controversy recently is DVSN. DVSN recently released a song called
I support that song.
If I get caught cheating,
that don't mean
I don't love you.
Hey.
Honestly, and this is gonna sound bad.
That's true.
I think, but here's the thing.
It's a fact.
Here's the thing. When we cheat as men, it has nothing to do with how we feel about you. It's just because we be horny.
Sometimes sometimes that's the case for women as well.
Yeah, but I'm only gonna speak for the majority step because yes, it's always gonna be that. Because my theory is that when women cheat, is because they out of it. I feel like women are very loyal. If they for you, they for you. They're not gonna step out. But I know there are some women who will. But it's literally a emotional connection for women. They literally emotional where it's like you just not doing whatever. You're not buying me flowers. You're not making me feel pretty. Not making me feel sexy. But this guy at work is doing all these things. Typical Tyler Perry movie, and doing these amazing things. But then with men, it's like we just cheat because it's like I just want some new pussy. Or this pussy's right there, like I'm horny.
Let me tell you the type of woman I am.
Go ahead, let us know.
I am
doing my thinking,
a full supporter. If I love you, whatever it is that I'm gonna allow you to evolve. So whatever it is
that's key as fuck
that you need to do in the moment, I will allow it. Like as long as there's communication, respect, and honesty, I can fuck with it. Like I said, I'm not the most sexual person. I'm into threesomes. I'm into watching. I like my person to be happy.
Me too.
I like my person to be happy. And so if there's a moment where you need something other than me, cool, but just don't do it in a disrespectful way.
It's all about respect. It's all about communication.
So that's why I support that record. It's not cheating when you're honest and when you're open and when you're vulnerable. I'm not about to, I know men so well. Like I've been around men more so than I've been around women, and men are really vulnerable, intricate, emotional creatures. They're not just dogs that just want to get a bust a nut. Sometimes they can turn into that.
Sometimes it is. I'm not saying we don't be that way, but we do.
If they have a space where they can be allowed to really express how they feel in that moment, sometimes they won't even act on the shit, sis. They just want to talk to their best friend.
Let them know,
it.
sis.
But there are some niggas that are fuck niggas.
There are some fuck. I get it. And listen, I'm not gonna negate that. That's the very true statement.
I don't fuck with the fuck niggas. I love real honest, genuine people who are not afraid to express what they're going through at their time, because I expect you to do the same for me. But I'm in a space where I'm not trying to fuck a whole bunch of people. I'm cool.
First, because honestly, I don't want to listen. I don't like having a lot of sex partners, right? Because we're particular people. Yes, that too, right? Health, etc. But it's also, for me, I feel like it's less stressful and easier for somebody, because I have my things I like, so I'd rather like train respectfully a person that knows my points, my spots, like this certain movement, whatever it is. Doing that, I get disappointed with sex because like you don't know my certain whatever, so you doing something that
people all the time,
and that's not fun, and it's not good sex, and I'm a wild, like I like doing a lot of shit, like I'm not one of them guys that's just like boring, like let's have fun.
You have to be comfortable with someone like that.
Listen.
So I support DVSN.
Listen,
I do. And I know that ladies are probably gonna beat me up.
It's true. Don't mean I don't love you.
But you just gotta allow.
But again, that communication don't be disrespectful.
You gotta allow. Don't be disrespectful. You gotta allow men to space to be men. And if you can't do it, then say, okay, I have to separate myself from you while you're doing it. If you, I'm a person that can. I'm a person that can, and I just love, I forget what it's called. Jadena said it one time, but it's something where you enjoy your partner being pleased or happy or something like that. So I'm that type of sexual, if that makes sense.
I get it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's kind of me.
And as you know, it's crazy because women in music, I think it's very more prominent nowadays with the sexualization of women, and between the twerking and y'all being more vocal and open about I need some dick or give me whatever it is, like I'm gonna show some skin. That don't mean I'm a hoe. Like I wanna be sexy, like whatever, between Megan and the City Girls and just women in general, just like embodying that in general. And I feel like that's a movement I feel like you probably love and support. You're very, like I said, she got the titties out. Disrespectfully, they here, you know what I mean? Titties is titties, and I love titties. And it's just like, and it gets great. Look at it.
I was blessed.
It was a jiggle.
I was blessed. Not behind here, but in front of here. You know what I'm saying?
And and it's so lit, but it's like, you know, but also I feel there's also still a fine line where the media can over-sexualize women. And I know back at the Get It Doneers conference, you made a comment. You had a question. You asked the presenters on the panel. You're like, yo, I do content and I'm trying to push my music, but every time I post sexy content and I got the little titties showing, skyrocket. Everybody's all over it. But as soon as I show some of my music that don't have no cleavage showing, whatever, it doesn't do it. How do I change that? How do I get better? Except like, how do I change that narrative? And my first thought, I'm gonna tell you this, I literally, ever since you asked that question, even before I decided to interview today, I always had a thought about it. We never talked about it. And my mindset was the same thing that the person speaking, Robin, that she gave you, which was, you have to just train your audience. Like, you have to show them that other side. You're gonna lose some people, but you're gonna gain more people. So you have to kind of do that narrative. But like, what's your whole overall feeling and view? And like, with just feeling sexy, being sexy, like you said, we didn't talk about this whole thing. You know you're a bad bitch. You know you're sexy, and like, I embody people feeling sexy and being sexy, even if you ugly. Feel sexy.
Sexy in your own right.
It's the confidence that matters. It's exactly. You gotta be confident in your fucking shit.
To somebody.
Somebody. Everybody's listen. Everybody. I ain't the finest nigga, but I'm fine.
Okay.
You feel me? That's a real nigga shit. I'm fine.
Period.
Real shit. Like shit. So with you and that whole theory, and I know I put a lot on you, but what's your thought on that? Just like women and music and sexualization of all that.
Have you been watching Issa Rae's show, Rap
Shit? I have not. I had to catch up.
All right, catch up, because the two girls that are in the rap group, one is very like Black Power, listen to my
And I hear
lyrics.
it's based off, the city girls are executive produced of the show or something of that nature.
Well, the other girl is kind of like a city girl, because it's based in Miami.
Okay.
So the other girl kind of sounds like a city girl.
Gotcha.
And she's very much an OnlyFans girl. She, you know, she's selling sex. She's very much sugar daddy, like fly me out. And the other girl is more so, no, I want people to hear my lyrics. And so they make a good match. And I think there's a balance. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, the industry pushes out the Meg Thee Stallions, the Cardi B's that's showing ass, shaking ass. Same thing with men rap. They're gonna post out niggas killing each other, doing drugs, junkie shit, selling. It used to be like, I'm rapping about selling drugs. Now I'm rapping about doing drugs. It's the same thing on both ends.
Yeah.
But there should be a balance, because a part of the culture is both.
Yeah.
We're not just a monolithic thing.
You gotta look sexy.
We don't just want to be, straight up.
Right.
You don't want to be ratchet all the time.
Right, you want to come out and feel sexy. Like, if I see Doja Cat on stage, she gonna have her sexy little leotard, whatever it is,
exactly.
and glitter and shit.
But she just shaved her head because she said something like, she said, I shaved my head because I know there's a bunch of niggas out there beating a dick to me looking the way I look. So here, if I'm fucking it up, I'm shaving my eyebrows, I'm shaving my head. That's why I love Doja, because it's like she's going.
First off, thank you for that context, because but it makes sense.
That's why, people are like, oh, she's having her Britney Spears moment because I think she's managed by the same team as Britney Spears was. It's like, no, it's like, I know you niggas are sexualizing me, but I'm actually fucking talented. I'm goofy. I'm all these other things. So, and she was signed before Moo. They wasn't pushing her. They shelved her.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, I was not a Doja Cat fan for the longest. But then I had a chance to see that woman at Coachella in April. She fucking
all around
killed it. She was amazing. She was
lit. They had that. They had that for years before they pushed it, before Moo. And that was just her being her in her room with her fans, her core, her day ones. So to go back to the question that I asked at the Get It Doneers podcast, it's like, yeah, she was a sexy ass cow in that shit, but at the same time she showed her personality. So I think it's all about balance, and
both are important. Just like men, like, you know, being sexy is you have to show skin.
Yeah.
And a lot of you, like, certain people know, like Omarion, for instance.
I met Orion. He's really cool.
Right, Orion has his OnlyFans too.
He gets it.
But yeah,
like
you have to.
He's an Aquarius, air sign.
See, and so that matters. Like that whole aesthetic, you have to show sexy. But I feel like people be looking down when women want to be sexy and women want to be free. Like I've grown over the years. Obviously, me in college thought one way. Me now, I'm all in support of women. Just like respectfully, like women do what the fuck y'all want to do. You know what I mean?
Whatever it is.
I don't slut shame. I don't believe in that.
Don't be offended if how you present yourself, which I was taught. If you present yourself a certain way, people are going to assume that you're a certain way, and it's going to be harder for you to. So if you're preachy all the time, and then you want to sex it up all of a sudden, it's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
But then if you're sexy all the time, and you want to preach it up for a second, it's like, we're not going to respect.
So it's about finding that balance.